Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review of the Linkind, effortless automatic pour over coffee brewer. I know that's a mouthful. Raise your hand if you like coffee. I'll put 2 hands up. I love coffee. I drink it every morning. I've been drinking it every morning for about 3 years now, and I love my coffee. I am pretty much strictly a French press girl, but I have been thinking about trying pour over for a long time just because it is so very simple and people say that it makes better coffee. And so I've been wanting to try it for a while, but just never have. But this company contacted me and they wanted me to try out their effortless automatic pour over coffee. Now, I usually do French press, which is really simple. I've done several coffee videos on my channel. I can link those below. I've done cold brew, I've done in the French press, I do it in jar, kind of a lot of different ways. But I've been traditionally a French press girl. Pour over is very specific in how it needs to be done. If you see a traditional pour over, it sits on top of your mug. I've already made some, but it sits on top of your mug and you put your coffee grounds in like the little funnel type thing. But when you pour your water in, it has to be poured in very specifically. And they even make special kettles for pour over to make the water go nice and smoothly all around your coffee, all around the coffee grounds. And it can be, from what I hear, kind of tough to get it just right. Well, that's where this machine comes in. I've been using this for a couple of weeks, and what I'm going to do is first jump in and show you all of the parts of this and how it works, and then I will be right back with my review. All right, let's talk about what you get here. When you get this pour over system, it comes with a measuring spoon, which is perfect because it requires 10 grams of coffee. And look at this, there's a handy clip on there so you could just clip it to your coffee. Now first you see this lid that I have to take off in order to pour the water in. This will also come in handy later on. And you're seeing, as I show you here, this plastic piece on top, which is where you put your water. You can make regular hot brew coffee or even cold brew coffee in this. You could see the fill lines. And see those 2 little holes? That's what the water goes through when it rotates to evenly coat the coffee. And there's a little stainless steel strainer basket, so you don't have any filters or anything to deal with. That's so nice. And by the way, all of this is dishwasher safe, except for the part where the batteries are. But honestly, I've never put any of this in the dishwasher. All you need is a quick rinse with water. And you can see this red part clicks onto this bottom plastic part, and that is actually what goes on top of your mug. And you see I press the button and the little thing is rotating. Super cool. All right, let's make our coffee. I've measured a little bit more than recommended, but that's okay. In here, and I try to get it nice and even because the point of pour over coffee is the even coffee extraction in your mug. And I'm turning it on, and as you can see here, I've got my hot water that I'm pouring in all the way up to the fill line. Do not fill above this, it can overflow. Just trust me on that. And you can see it rotating nice and slow to make sure that the water flows through the coffee evenly. I timed this, and it takes 2 to 2.5 minutes for every single drop of water to leave that water reservoir. Now here's a close-up so you can see the water going through those 2 tiny holes down into the coffee to make it nice and even. This product is on Indiegogo right now, and I will link them below so that you can check them out. The prices range anywhere between $39.95 and $109, depending on how much you want to support the company.
As you can see, I put that lid back on the top, and here in a second, it's going to come in handy. One other thing I really like about this is that, I don't know about you, sometimes I walk away from my coffee, but this, in order to save battery life, will actually auto shut off at 5 minutes if you have to walk away. And look at that, my coffee is ready.
Okay, now that you've seen how it works, let me kind of give you a little bit more detail on this. The reason why it only makes you 4 tiny ounces of coffee is that it is small and it is designed for going with you places. So whether that's a hotel or the commercial on their website even shows them taking it camping, to the office, any of these places where you want good pour over coffee. I actually emailed them and I said, why does it only make 4 ounces? I don't know anyone who makes just 4 ounces of coffee. And they said that the reason why they made it so small was so that it could travel with you. So I think that this is a great option if you do want to go places with it, because it is all very compact and fits together very nicely. Also, it makes your pour over coffee perfect. And I never had pour over coffee until I got this machine, and it really is rich. It definitely tastes different than my French press coffee. I would say that it is stronger than my French press coffee. The coffee that comes out of this pour over system is delicious, okay? It's very different from my French press coffee. I feel like it's a lot more rich, and I'm comparing my regular French press coffee to the pour over coffee. I'm not using a different kind of coffee, but it's really easy to use, not a lot of moving parts. And you know, that simplicity is good if you are on the go. Now, when I first got it, the first time I used it, I looked in the little cup and I was like, that's hardly anything. I usually drink like 12 or 14 ounces of coffee in the morning. And so I decided this was my favorite thing for is my evening, like early evening coffee or my afternoon coffee when I do want just a little bit. It's actually perfect for that. So what I tried doing, because it says in the directions, do not put more water in there, or do not put more coffee in there in the little basket and the little strainer, because it can overflow. So I added like a little bit more coffee and a little bit more water, and it gave me a little bit more coffee. And I thought, well, maybe if I run water through it twice, it'll be fine. And I did, and yeah, the grounds are really only good for one. If you've ever tried to reuse a tea bag, just like a regular tea bag, you know it doesn't give you great taste the second time around, which makes sense. It's only designed for 1 cup. And so I really, really like the coffee that comes out of it. I feel like it's pretty perfect. It is not like your coffee pot coffee. It's not like your French press coffee. It is much more rich. It feels much stronger, which is weird because I feel like in a French press, the water to coffee ratio is maybe the same or even stronger, or in the same thing in a coffee pot. And also in the French press, it sits with the water. The coffee and the water sit together brewing for, at least 4 to 5 minutes. Whereas this is just water going straight through it. It doesn't really brew exactly. The water just goes through it. One thing I love about this is that it is very simple. Another thing that I love is that there's zero waste. Hallelujah. One thing holding me back from the general pour over was that I didn't want to have to use a filter and throw out. I didn't want to create extra trash. Well, with this, you absolutely don't. And it's easy to take care of. So my review is that if you only like to drink a little bit of coffee at a time, it's perfect. I would hope that one of these days this company would come up with maybe a larger one, because the concept is amazing. That's one thing I like about the French press. I pour and I wait a few minutes and I got my coffee. This, you pour, you wait a few minutes and you've got pour over. okay? And you don't have to worry about slowly pouring the water just perfectly in your pour over. So I would hope that they would come up with one maybe twice the size. I don't know, but I mean, we'll see. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link all of their information in the description box below, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you did, and if this is your first time here, be sure to click that red subscribe button. And also in the comments, tell me your favorite coffee and how you make it and how you like it. Do you just like to drink it black? Do you like light, medium, dark roast? Do you like the pre-ground? Do you like to grind your own beans? Or do you just, is your coffee really like 1/3 coffee and 2/3 milk? Let me know in the comments section below. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.